Hello. I am here to tell you about how to use this morning routine, Fresh Start Morning Routine worksheet that you've just downloaded. Personally, I do mine on my iPad with my little pen and I just keep it next to my bed. And then when I wake up in the morning, I go and I do the first thing on the list, which is to grab a glass of water. And then I get back in bed and fill out my worksheet while I'm there. You can print off the worksheet, you can just write it down in a notebook, you can do whatever you want. But I just want to take a few minutes and explain to you what each one of the prompts mean and to tell you how to answer them. After making sure that you've got your glass of water and you drink that glass of water, check that box and then move on to the first section, which is where you look at what kind of thoughts you're having today. The goal here is to get any worrisome thoughts or any kind of thoughts out of your brain and onto the piece of paper. So if you wake up thinking, I don't have time to do everything I need to do today, or I'm feeling worried about one of my kids, or whatever it is, just write it down on the piece of paper with no judgment. The reason I have you do that is because once you take those thoughts out of your unconscious or your unspoken mind and put them on a piece of paper, they seem to lose some of their power. And it's also helpful just to know when you feel anxious or worried what the cause of it could be. Now, these may all well be positive thoughts or just neutral thoughts. It doesn't matter what they are, just write them down in that first box. Next on the list, you'll see that you've got two more little circles to check off. The first one is a body scan, and the second one is deep breathing. For the body scan, all I want you to do is start by closing your eyes and focusing on the top of your head, and just bring your attention all the way down, starting at the top of your head, through your neck, your shoulders, all the way through your chest, out your arms, all the way down to your hips, the top of your legs, the bottom of your legs, all the way down to your toes. And what you're doing is just noticing and relaxing each part of that body as you're doing that. What I do when I'm finished with that is I'll just make a note to myself if there's a particular area that felt really tense, and then I just check the box. Next up, we're going to do some intentional breathing. This is called square breathing, and it has 4 easy steps. So the first thing that you do is you breathe in for a count of 4. So and then you hold it at the top, which I can't do while talking. So you don't talk while you're doing it. Hold it at the top for 4, a count of 4. And then you breathe out for 4. And then hold at the bottom for 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that completes a square. So it's breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4, and then you go around again. So you do that sequence of breathing 4 times through. You will notice between doing the body scan and doing that square breathing that your body will reach a nice state of relaxation. Now that you have gotten all your worrisome thoughts on paper, done your body scan, and done your breathing, we're going to move on to gratitude. In the first box, I want you to write 3 things that you're grateful for. I challenge myself here not to write down the same 3 things day in and day out, because I could always, for example, be grateful for my kids and my house and my business. So I challenge myself sometimes to think smaller and be grateful for example, I love the blanket that's on my bed. I'm so happy that I got to have my favorite dinner last night. Whatever it is, or if there's someone who you're really looking forward to spending time with that. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And usually when you start doing that, you end up writing a lot more than 3, which is great. Then the next one, don't skip this one, is where you write down 1 thing that you love about yourself today. If this feels hard for you, that's okay. Just notice that it's hard, but do it anyway. It can be something as small as, I got up this morning 10 minutes early to do this morning routine. Something that I write about myself a lot is when I need to solve a problem, I'm relentless in trying to find the answer. Or people can trust me, or I'm a good friend, or I'm a good listener. So whatever it is that you love about yourself that day, and again, challenge yourself to think of different things and not just write down the same thing every day. Now we're going to come up with your mantra for the day. So up above, you wrote down some of the thoughts that were potentially making you feel stressed. To come up with a mantra, I usually notice what I have up in those first thoughts and try to come up with something that is opposite of that, but also feels true. So for example, if I write down, I have way too many things to do today, my mantra might be, I know what to do next, because I've got a to-do list of things that I'm going to do in order. Or if I am feeling stressed about one of my kids, my thought might be, I'm a great mom. I have a history of being a great mom. So just write down whatever feels like a positive mantra for you today. If nothing comes to mind, you can always go with something like, today's going to be a great day, or I'm looking forward to X today, whatever that may be. Now, last but definitely not least is visualizing your day going well. What I like to imagine in this part is that however I imagine my day is how my day will go. So I always go with best reasonable case scenario, and I want you to get pretty detailed on this. Spend about a minute thinking about your day. So when I finish this, I'm going to get out of bed, I'm going to wake up my kids, they're going to get up without complaining. I'm going to get myself ready, get their breakfast. We're going to head out on time. When I get home, I'm going to have 2 hours to work solidly on writing a couple articles, and then I'm going to see my clients. I will go through all the details of my day. We'll enjoy a family dinner together. Tonight, we're just going to relax and watch some TV. I'm going to get into bed by 9, which for me is a major score. I love going to bed early, and I'm going to get a great night's sleep. The way that you spend your time in the morning thinking about how your day can go really does influence how your day goes. So take the time to do this one. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always happy to answer questions, but otherwise, good luck with doing your morning routine tomorrow and keep it going. If you do it for one day, you'll feel a difference. If you do it for a week, you'll definitely notice it. When you start getting into the habit and you're doing it for a month or more, it's honestly life-changing. Take care.